Okay, Chrissy just dropped me off at the I-10 underpass area of the PCT. We're going to take a hike up to Whitewater Preserve today and do a little testing of the new tent, etc. There's San Jacinto that I've walked over on the PCT. Head up this way into the Canyonlands, get a nice 10 miles in, and camp at Whitewater Preserve. So the pack I picked up that I'll be using on the AT will be the Osprey Exos 48. It's a 48 liter pack. I'm going without the brain on it. Really nice tall side pockets where your water bottles don't fall out. I have that problem with the more ultralight packs, so the minimalist pockets. And you can see I've got a snug pack patrol poncho right here where I can get added if it rains. So I can whip that thing out and put it over the entire pack and myself, and it has sleeves, so that's a really nice thing. That'll save me having to carry multiple pieces of rain gear. Yeah, so Osprey Exos 48. It's plenty of room for me, and it has this wonderful suspension system, which I can't believe I've been messing around with ultralight packs that are uncomfortable, flat, unsupported, etc. This has been really wonderful. We just climbed up this canyon. You can kind of see the 10 running down the valley there to the left, down amongst all the windmills, and come up these switchbacks. And now we're looking at this. We get to go down for a while. It's beautiful out here. You can see a little snow over there on the peak. Yeah. Switchbacking all the way down the mountain across this little wash here, and found a really sweet spot to have lunch next to this tree. So I can cook up some ramen and have some M&Ms for dessert. Yeah. Okay, first sighting of the Whitewater River. This is a big gravel bed down there. I just had another big flood in that canyon in October of last year. Wiped out the trail and everything else. So we'll have to see what it's like to pick our way through down there. But we are in some beautiful spots up here. Just gorgeous. All right, it's 10 after 3. And we've made it to the junction sign. Whitewater Preserve is half a mile that way. And what's really interesting is the recent flooding has put the Whitewater River back on its original course. So 4 years ago when I hiked this is where the river was. 2 years ago when I hiked the PCT, the river was half a mile out there further. And now it looks like it's back on its original course. So this thing changes all the time. And we've got half a mile to the preserve. We'll set up camp and we will take a look at the new tent. Well, they were right. The trail comes right here and then it is no more. It's a sheer drop off. So I'll backtrack. They said somewhere here there's a log crossing and we'll get across and head down that way. So there was nothing for it but to cross both streams. Wet shoes, oh well, that's part of hiking. So over there where those trees are is theoretically where the preserve is. Just talked to the very nice people in the ranger station, and they said I can just pitch my tent out here by the tables, just stay 10 feet away from any tree. There's a water spigot, there's bathrooms, so we got these trout ponds. This used to be a trout farm. Really neat. So I'll be camping over in here, and then there's the bathroom house, so we've got everything we need. All right, it's just before 4 o'clock and Serenity shuttle has landed. Now, you'll notice that I have a new shuttle. I really wanted something double wall that was flexible enough to be able to have a footprint that you could set up the rain fly on top of without setting up the tent, so that you could have a rain shelter, and then you could also set up the net tent inside of it once it's up and keep it dry. So gives a lot of flexibility for this design. This is a Perea Outdoor Products Bryce one-person tent. It's only 160 bucks, everything included, and including a footprint. So while you're paying a little bit of a weight penalty, maybe a pound, I don't care, because this is 160 bucks. If something goes wrong with it, it has a lifetime warranty and they'll replace everything. So going with that in the Osprey pack, the Exos 48, which also has a lifetime warranty, means I'm not messing around with ultralight stuff that doesn't carry weight well, that doesn't handle weather well, or a single wall tent that has a bunch of condensation every night, and I'm just sick and tired of everything wet and wiping it down 3 times a night. So we're going to go with this for the Appalachian Trail because there's going to be a lot of water, a lot of rain. So you can see inside I've got my little inflatable pillow and my Thermarest NeoAir X-Lite pad that went through the, my whole PCT hike, which is 1,500 miles, and the Arizona Trail for 500 miles, and it's been with me a while and it's still kicking. So I'm gonna see if I can't make it last even longer. So here we are again at the Whitewater Preserve. It's a beautiful place. There's people still walking around. Birds are singing. Flowers are just starting to bloom in the desert. Got some beautiful terrain coming in. Got to cross the river. We got to cross it again in the morning and climb out. And Christy will pick me up at the interstate again. And I'll give you, in the morning, I'll give you a verdict on how this tent performed, what it was like to be inside and how much room's in it. Okay, it's about 10 after 6 in the morning. We've packed up and we're leaving. These big sandstone cliffs and this beautiful trout farm. And gotta cross back through Whitewater River and 2 branches and then start climbing. What a beautiful night. What a beautiful night, and the tent worked out fabulously. So I just got to get used to the end vestibule rather than the side, but I think it's going to be fine. There's a lot of room in there. It's got a rectangular floor, so it doesn't taper. No sleeping bag toe box against the rainfly. I got to do a little bit of tweaking with the guy lines, but should be great. And look at this scenery walking out this morning. Just beautiful. This has been a perfect practice hike. Got a little drizzly cloud here. Got practice putting the poncho on. So this hike is providing all the practice I need. Now we got some wind and rain. All right, well, we came up and over the saddle, climbing up and now climbing down. Finally stopped raining enough to have a little snack, and now headed back down into the valley toward I-10. It's still drizzling, but at least we get out of those really high winds. Okay, back in the trailer and everything worked out great. Tent, poncho, and you got to see some beautiful scenery and stay in a beautiful place. So fabulous shakedown hike with the kind of results and data gathering that we needed to do. Getting ready for the Appalachian Trail starting March 21st. All right, well, we'll probably take this hike again in a few days just to check out the tweaks with the guidelines on the tent, make sure that's all square. And we're getting prepared and pretty close to going. Not too many days now before we start the Appalachian Trail, and I'm getting pretty excited. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you in the future. And again, thanks for sauntering with me. And remember, we're doing the impossible. That makes us mighty.